When you actually sit down and write, it really presses upon you the Middle Ages. Where is it? What was it? When was it even? Because this term that was coined in the Renaissance and still totally organizes the way the period 500 to 1500 is thought of is just that. It's a tag given by a bunch of Italian men to a period of 1,000 years all over Europe, a Middle Age in some sense. So I don't think that my very short introduction will actually dispel that term or mean that people won't use it anymore. I don't think that will be possible, but at least I hope people will reflect on the fact that we're talking about a very long period, enormously diverse over time, over space, and also that it's a set of events and millions of people's lives that are so diverse that really any attempt can only be just touching upon the tip of what's on offer. But I really did try to give the sense of, yes, of course there are powerful and educated people and important institutions like the church or the state, but there are also many organizations in which working people, sort of not quite ordinary, nobody's ordinary, took part, could influence, could express themselves, and I sought those out. And another thing that really interested me is how do I give the sense that, yes, there are these powerful institutions that legislate, that create norms, and these norms affected people's lives, and yet people were agents in their lives. They interpreted the rules, they bent the rules, they revolted or rebelled against them. And in that sense, to capture that there is, to capture the sort of the vitality and creativity of the period. So what does it mean to talk about Europe 500 to 1500 in a global sense? Well, of course, it doesn't mean contact with the Americas, but it does make taking seriously, perhaps, trade with Africa, mission and indeed crusades to the Near East, trade with the very further East, and so on. And thus a sense that the horizons were broad, that you find exchange and cultural encounter in unexpected places. And in that sense, perhaps that world, although in many ways very different from our own, also has something to tell us about the management of diversity, of scarcity. These are surely issues that haven't gone away in our own world.